Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we have the Shadow Summon in the game right now with a brand new featured hero, Gwendoline. I'm going to do a full hero review on her, and then I have enough Shadow coins to do 10 pulls. I've actually been saving these up over the last couple months because the new featured heroes that have been coming out haven't really been interesting to me, honestly. I'm not usually a huge fan of Insanity heroes, but this new featured hero, Gwendoline, I do think is worth pulling for, or at least using your Shadow coins if you have them saved up. And that is actually a strategy that I definitely recommend to everybody. If there are featured heroes in a portal and you have free coins to use, you don't necessarily need to use them if you don't like the featured heroes, or if you don't think that you would level them up if you were to pull one. You can definitely save those coins for the next month or the next month after. It's not uncommon for me to save up coins for 2-3 months or even longer if I don't like any of the featured heroes, or if there's a specific one in that portal I'm waiting to get refeatured. Real quick before we get started, if you do enjoy this video or find it helpful, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and turn that notification bell on so you can be alerted of when I drop new content. So let's take a look at the odds of this portal first. So for a legendary featured hero, there's only a 0.6% chance to pull one of those. Legendary event heroes have a 0.5% chance. There is a 1.4% chance to pull a regular legendary hero, and for each summoned legendary hero you get 3 bonus draws, with each having a 30% chance to get another legendary hero. So you could get 4 legendary heroes altogether. I've definitely seen people get 3 at a time. I don't know if I've seen people get 4 at a time. I certainly have not gotten that. All right, so let's go take a look at Gwendoline here. She is a holy hero druid class, part of the investigator family. So she gets a bonus for either 1, 2, or 3 heroes, plus 20%, 30, or 40% attack and health as well, depending on how many you have. Let's take a look at her base stats first. She has 1223 attack, 1312 shield, and 2175 health. She is very slow mana speed, cleanses status ailments from the caster and nearby allies, recovers 70% health for the caster and nearby allies. The caster and nearby allies receive a moderate amount of mana over 6 turns, inflicts 40 insanity on nearby allies. The caster turns into a Yagmago for 6 turns. This effect cannot be dispelled. The Yagmago has 200% attack, 150% defense, and the following special skill: Eternal Blood, which turns into very fast mana speed, deals 300% damage to all enemies and inflicts 20 insanity on them, revives a random defeated ally with 10% health. So she starts out as very slow mana speed, and then once she uses her special, turns into this for 6 turns and becomes very fast mana speed and an automatic reviver when she goes off again. On top of that, she's going to deal 300% damage and 20 insanity on all enemies. I really think that Gwendoline is a very interesting character, and she also does not give insanity to herself. She only gives insanity to her nearby allies. So that means that you could put her on offense and then also on defense if you put her in the flank position or even the tank position in between 2 insanity resistant heroes like the Untold Tales 1 costumes or Woodland Fawns. I would say at this point right now, especially in top meta defenses, it's more common to see the Woodland Fawns on defense, but she looks like a very interesting hero. And if we take a look at her max preview stats, these are double limit broken with emblems and masterclass emblems, and I've mentioned this in videos before. The max preview that the game gives you is if you were to follow the talent path all the way to the left. That does include the attack masterclass emblems. If you wanted to go the more shield route, then obviously you could take the shield masterclass emblems and probably get her defense definitely over 1800, maybe even closer to 1850 or 1900, depending on how many defense nodes were missed in that top part of the regular talent path. She also has the Revive Ether Power. If this hero is defeated during the first 4 turns of a battle, they are resurrected in the beginning of their next turn with 1% health. All status effects and stacks are removed when the hero is defeated. So that is certainly going to help her from getting defeated in those first 4 turns. Definitely an interesting hero, and these very slow mana speed heroes that come out seem to be a little overpowered. If we recall Bernadette coming out about a year ago, actually now, can't believe she's been in the game for like a year. She is very slow mana speed. Line Warrior recently came out a few months ago. I think the jury's still out on her on how effective she can be. I actually am in the process of double limit breaking her now, and I'll be testing her out on my Rush Attack War defense next week when that comes back. And then again, as far as who you want to pair her with, you definitely, whether you're on offense or defense, want to have her sandwiched in between the Untold Tales 1 costumes or the Woodland Fawns, because those families both resist insanity. The Untold Tales 1 heroes have to have the costume in order to resist insanity. You could also put her in between any of the gargoyles that have the soft skin, because the soft skin makes it so that they cannot get insanity while that is active. So you do have to be a little careful with that, because their special has to go off first and they can't have gotten hit to remove the soft skin for however many turns it is, or however many hits it is rather. But normally with insanity heroes, the insanity gets inflicted on the caster, so you would need to have one of those gargoyles like Poffit or Garten. Those are probably the two more common ones, but you'd have to have one of those to go off to give soft skin to a nearby ally like Gwendoline or whoever the hero that's going to inflict insanity on themselves so that they cannot get it. But you don't have to worry about that, because Gwendoline does not inflict insanity on herself. She only inflicts insanity on the nearby allies. All right, so at this point, let's go do some pulls with my shadow coins. Again, I have enough for 10 pulls. Let's see if we can find two colors next to each other. There are two purples over here, but they're not event heroes. Let's see if we can find two event heroes next to each other, maybe, and do that little trick. And we're probably not going to be able to, it looks like. All right, let's find a couple other heroes, or a specific hero maybe that I feel lucky about. Let's go to Atwood. Atwood is actually another one that I would not mind pulling. I think that he is one of the better insanity heroes. So let's see if we can get lucky with these 10 pulls. Our first pull is going to be yellow. It's going to be Cthulhu. All right. Cthulhu is actually a really good 3-star hero. I recently did my top 10 rare heroes last week, and he actually came in at number 3. If you haven't checked out that video, definitely recommend doing that. Another yellow background, and we got Felton. Empires and Puzzles is making me excited with that yellow background for the first couple pulls. Another Goopy. Four-star Lexi. Three-star Trevel. That's 6 out of our 10 pulls. We have 4 pulls left. Another Goopy. That's the third one. 4-star Shark Guy, who I definitely already have maxed and limit broken. Another Treeville, and we've got enough for 1 pull, and then we do have a bonus chest, which I don't think you can get shadow coins from, but I'll open up that to see what's in that. And we did get a 5-star Rosanna. Give me a bonus draw, please. Another. We got Xenalfod. All right. Give me another bonus draw. Another one. We got Abigail. Wow. 3. Another one. All right. So we got Rosanna, Xenalfod with the costume, and then we also got Abigail. All right. Not the best of heroes, but obviously I am not going to complain about 3 5-star heroes with just 10 pulls. Rosanna is fast mana speed. She deals 465% damage to the target, has an 80% chance for additional hits on random enemies up to 4 times. Additional hits deal minor damage. All hits get 20 insanity every time they are hit, and then inflicts 50 insanity on the caster. She might be somebody that I may be able to use on that Mythic Titan trick. I was actually missing an insanity hero to be able to do that. If you know if Rosanna can be used on that Mythic Titan trick with the mana loop, definitely let me know, because I have all of the other pieces to do that. I just don't have the right insanity hero to do that. And then Xenalfod was actually in the current Fated Summon, and was actually somebody who I thought a lot of people would pick his costume for in the current Outfitter event, because of the fact that he just came out in Fated Summon. And then we've got Abigail, who I actually already had unleveled. She summons a Zulu minion for each ally with 15% health and 20% attack, although that might be higher when you get her leveled up. And then those minions inflict insanity on the target, and then she gets 55 insanity on herself as well. All right, definitely excited about the bonus draws. Let me know if you decided to do any shadow summons this time around, and if you got lucky with pulling Gwendoline, congrats to you. And that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button. Make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.